Well, hello, Coveton friends. How you doing? We're back from the drive. We are cooking now. This is Southern Sunday lunch. Now, we make several chicken casseroles. One of our favorite is what you all call chicken divine. We call it chicken broccoli baked. Today, I've made up another one. I'm calling it chicken dandy casserole. You know why? Because it's just dandy. It's a good casserole. It tastes great, and it's easy to make. And we're going to make it right now. Now, there's two things before you watch this video. Don't make fun of my broccoli. It's ugly. I know it's ugly. There ain't nothing I can do about it. It was green and pretty yesterday when I boiled it, except it was starting to get them little things. And then today it's turned yellow looking, but it's still good because we tasted it. Mama approved it. So don't be saying disparaging words about my broccoli. Let's get started. Remember the rules. Come right down here. So this is about a cup of cooked chicken. Now I want to demonstrate right here. I didn't do anything butter, grease, or nothing because it's going to have mayonnaise in it, and I want to show you how easy this is to pull together. I also want to talk to you people out there who live alone. Make this for yourself, folks. Don't be afraid to whoop up something like this. Freeze half of it. Do whatever you need to, but this is so simple. This is literally easy as a frozen pizza. Now, this chicken had to be cooked, but you can cook you up 4 or 5 breasts and put them in the refrigerator and put half of them in the freezer and have them for a good long time. And I'm not going to do any cups of measuring in spoons. I'm just going to put them in here and I'm going to show you what I'm doing, okay? Because this is just a super simple meal. This is Mama's Benson's salt. And I'm going to just sprinkle in a good, enough like you would any salt. That's the only salt it's getting for us because we just are off the salt. And we don't even like salt no more. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But we're off from it. We're doing good. This is black pepper. And what I do is the rule of thumb is I just cover the whole top. This is mixed vegetables. It couldn't be any easier than this, folks. That's just a whole can of mixed vegetables. Don't get hung up on the details, okay? This is some broccoli.
Yeah, broccoli.
I ain't gonna let you see it because I'm ashamed of it, but it's good. And I'm not wasting it. That's the point. I'm not wasting this little bit of broccoli.
That's a lot of broccoli.
Okay. Put about a cup of broccoli in there. What I did is I bought 2 big old heads of broccoli, and I had great plans for them. And I really did. And I may still do soup. I don't care. Yellow broccoli soup's what we'll call it. So this broccoli looks bad, but it's where I boiled it yesterday, put it in this container, and put it in the refrigerator. It looked better yesterday. Don't talk about it no more. All right. It still tastes good, and there's nothing wrong with it. Put you about a cup of mayonnaise in there. You use yours, and I'm going to use mine, which is Duke's. Put you a cap of your lemon juice. Whatever kind you want to use. Put you 1 cap in there. Now, I did put a cap of lemon juice when I cooked this broccoli. Maybe that's what made it yellow.
Might made it yellow.
I did put lemon juice in. I did put a little lemon pepper. And this is 1 can of cream and chicken soup. Now, if you'll notice, this is very close to your chicken divine. Lemon juice. Basically, it's just lemon juice, a little bit of broccoli, cream and chicken soup, mayo, and some curry. I'm not putting any curry in this one. Curry's not my favorite, so I'm not going to use it. But that's it. That's all it's getting. Getting that and a stir. Okay, have y'all seen enough? Is that all you guys want to look at? You're like, I've seen that mess. Now, John. So we're just going to stir this up. Mama, get your cheese out. You can use any of that in there you want because it don't matter. They're all the same profile. This calls for cheddar, but we can use your cheese or we can use that Fiesta cheese. Which one would you like to have, Mom?
No, I think
I had it in there very carefully because that drawer is full.
Yeah.
Now, why am I making it in the casserole dish? Because I don't want to dirty a bowl. I've got a spoon, and I'm going to use the same spoon to dip it out with when we get it out of the oven. And I'm stirring it up in here, and because it's got mayonnaise in it, I don't have to pre-oil or butter this dish, and I'm not gonna. And there we go, folks. Now I'm going to put Ritz crackers on the very tip top when we get it out. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do it now because, you know, I tried that before and I showed y'all you can go ahead and do it. So we'll put I'm not even going to, okay, that's it. Okay. That's where we are. So all that is done, and I'm going to break another rule. I've been trying to cut back and use a half a stick of butter.
You done got your crackers?
No, ma'am. I've been trying to cut back and use a half a stick of butter. But I really think with this mayonnaise and all this in here, I can get by without butter. What do y'all think? I use a lot of butter that way. Half a stick, fourth of a cup of butter. So what I'm going to do, we're going to try it. Maybe we won't like it, but it probably won't be as buttery. But we're also using a lot of stuff in here. We got mayonnaise in here. We've got cheese in here. We got soup in here. So let's cut back a little bit with some butter. It calls for a stick and a hoe tube. I'm basically using a fourth of a tube and no butter. Because I do like the crunch on it. And I think that's going to be just fine. I really do. I know some of y'all may come at me and go, John, you got to have the butter on there. I know, it tastes good. But so would a big old bowl of ice cream with chocolate syrup on it every night before I went to bed. But I don't get to do that. A lot of things would be better, but you can adapt and cut back a little bit. So today I'm choosing to cut back on butter. I've been cutting back to half a stick, but y'all love opening up cheese in front of y'all on here. I would almost grade my own cheese keep for having to open these packs. That's how I feel about it. This is 4 cheese, Mexican style, 4 cheese. And I'm putting about a cut of cheese.
Through with crackers?
I'm through with everything, Mama. We're just down to the bacon part now. And I'm happy to be there because now that broccoli, let's don't talk about it, but that broccoli's under there and it won't be seen. Nobody will ever know. And I'm going to put some in some soup probably. And nobody will never know that. This counter's clean. Don't come at me over that either. Don't come at me over nothing. There you go, folks. This is a chicken dandy casserole. Meaning, it's not chicken divan. It's got mixed vegetables in it. It's not our usual with biscuits and mixed vegetables. So it's a combo of a chicken divan and just a plain old chicken casserole. So I've created a whole new dish here, and I'm calling it chicken dandy because it's just fine and dandy. How many times you heard that said? It's fine and dandy. Now I can't put it in just yet because we got that dressing in.
Let's see what it looks like.
Mama's going to check it. We're going to see. Now, that's all we're having, folks, for our Southern Sunday lunch. It's chicken dandy casserole and some cornbread dressing that we had frozen from Christmas or Thanksgiving. Christmas, Mama said. And I opened up a can of whole cranberries. What are y'all eating? Is yours dandy too? Are you having something different? Great job, John. Thank you, Angela Britt. Now, would those crackers be good soaked in butter? They sure would be. But can I do without them? We're going to find out. I think I can. I'm starting to try, in my mind anyway, to think about the ingredients and things. So when I'm using mayonnaise, that's oil and eggs. I'm not going to grease that pan with more butter or more oil. If it sticks, I may change my mind. the mayonnaise is still in there, so I'm going to use it with my crackers and see if I can get by without all that butter and see if the flavors are just about as good. Now, sometimes I will use the whole thing, but sometimes when you're looking for sometimes it ain't about, going a whole new route. It's just about taking a shortcut or two. And that's what we're going to do. What are you thinking, Mama?
I was thinking if I could get both of them in there, but I can't.
You probably could that on the side.
No, I tried it.
Oh. It can't overlap the lips.
No.
That one's got a big wide rim around it. That casserole dish. This is what happens when you have a little tiny oven and you try to use it for everything. You just refuse to start that big oven up if you don't just have to. Put that over there. We'll warm it. We'll put on broil. It's hot, ain't it?
What?
That.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks kind of done. Not hardly.
I'm going to stick it in the microwave and dry it out just a little.
Put it in that big oven. Turn it down. There ain't nothing in it. Put it in the microwave for a minute. Let it get hot. You know what you could do, Mama's put it in the Macro Pro grill.
Yeah, I may have to do that.
Put it in the Macro Pro, put it in there, and it'll brown up just like cornbread. Where there's a will, there's a way. Good afternoon, John and Mama. Happy Sunday. Hey, Richard, how are you? Stop buying bank cheese and grate my own. Cheaper and better because no additives to keep cheese from clumping. Free, I don't know if I can see the rest of it. Freeze the block and grate a little at a time. Kathy, I agree with you. I know, I'm used to that bag cheese because it's quick and easy. But I'm going to tell you, and I got proof in the refrigerator if you can set that proof. I've bought up some blocks here lately to grate, haven't I, Mama?
Yeah.
I've got some pepper jack in there. I've got some cheddar in there. And I've got that handy dandy Tupperware grater. I can just shove it through there and grate it about as quick as I can open up one of them sorry bags of cheese. It's embarrassing. You get on here in front of everybody and you open it and you can't get the pieces apart. And I don't have no fingernails and I'm just trying to... Ooh, I could get myself all miscombobulated if I wasn't careful. You all see me do it all the time. I know you are like, there he goes with that cheese again. But I have bought some blocks, and I am going to try to do that. Kathy, that's on my bucket list to try to do better with cheese. And I've got some different ones. See, what happened? Kathy, let me back up and tell you my whole story. So here I take off to the Aldi. Here locally. I told you I went there and I hadn't been going. I want to let you watch Mama. She's more interested in me. So Mama had this in her little Tupperware thing. That's what she froze it in, was going to bake it in and everything. But we had to have the stove. So she's going to put it in there and it's going to brown up. And you can make cornbread in these. So there'll be no difference in dressing. Just have to one more thing to wash. But we don't care to wash that little Macro Pro. It ain't that big a deal, is it, Mama? Don't have to grease it either. That's another thing. So I went to the Aldi and they had some good cheeses in the block. And they're not that expensive. Cheese is not a cheap treat. So I bought some blocks there and I started grading them. Well, they're easy to grade. And I'm like, you could buy more cheeses in the blocks. So I have. I got some pepper jack in there. I'm going to grate up and put on something. I could have put on that casserole today. That would have been good. But Mama ain't too much into that. But I got some blocks of Sharp. And I didn't know about the freezing, Kathy. So you freeze your cheese blocks to make them easier to grate?
I do Velveeta when I make pimento cheese.
Mama does that with Velveeta. And don't come at me and say Velveeta ain't real cheese. I know it ain't. It's processed cheese food. But we love it in our pimento cheese. We rode around and... I don't mean to sound bad, and I like a good Sunday drive, especially when it's pretty. But today, it was just gloomy, overcast, and snowing. And me and Mama both, I looked at her at one point, there's the librarian. I looked at her at one point and I said, I'm ready to go home. She said, me too. I was hoping you'd say that. We just want to be at the house. Ain't that awful? Are y'all homebodies? We just want to be here cooking and eating and sitting in front of a fireplace, reading a book, doing what we want to do. Ain't that awful? Are y'all that way? Is it the time of the year? Today just looks like a day as you're looking out, thankful. Oh, so blessed and so thankful. Don't get me wrong here. But it's just a gloomy, gray, rainy, snowy, floody. I just want to be snuggled up at home. And Mama said the same thing. Is it just me and her? Are we homebodies? We are, aren't we, Mama?
Yes,
If you rinse your bag cheese off before using it, it's just like fresh grated. You mean with water? Like, what is it? Will it recover? Like in a colander? Okay. I'm sick of winter. Me too, Kendra. Me too, from Maryland. I'm glad Jen's on my side because I thought, we're awful. We can't even get out and ride around. People go all the time. Please pray for me. I'm still having issues with my eyes. We'll probably not have improvement in the... I can see. Reba will be sending you prayers. Y'all pray for Reba. She's having trouble with her eyes. Lisa says, I'd rather be home. Yes, I like to stay home too, Luann. Hi, John and Mama. Cold, snowy day here. Link. Hello. Hey, Zira. How are you? Hello, John and Mama from South Carolina. I'm a homebody. Lynn, whew, I'm so glad some of yous is on here like us. I mean, I enjoy, and me and Mama like to get out and nose around, but today just wasn't warm and fuzzy. It wasn't blue skies, and sometimes we'll be sitting around here and I said, let's go for a ride. And we'll get out and it's just pleasant and beautiful sunshine. Get a little vitamin D, and you just feel like you've done something. You come home. Today, the longer I stayed out, the more I wanted to be in here next to the fireplace. And I'm not even that cold, but it is tempting to sit around and stay snuggled up in it, Mama.
Yeah.
Mama stays under her little electric blanket. Well, thank you for the tea, Mama.
Oh, you're welcome.
Y'all's tea for Sunday. We drink it 7 days a week, probably, but that's the original. Love it. Angela Britt says, I'm a homebody. I enjoyed the ride with you and Mama this morning. Angela, we want to show you them waters. I know sometimes folks, we are just us. There's no programming here. There's no planning. And that's the way it's just an organic kind of show. So now some of you shows, and I like them. They've got everything dipped out, and they measure everything, and they're so good. And I've tried that, but I just can't get the hang of it. It just don't feel right to me to organize. And sometimes we don't know what we're making much till we get right before we get on here. Really and truly, you all are a part of our family, just like normal. It's just like if you were here, we'd be saying, hey, what do you want? I mean, you'd just be part of the conversation. But our rides could be a little more organized, and sometimes they're a little movement. Sorry. But I want to show you the floods, and I wanted to just let y'all be a part of that. And some of y'all don't get out and ride around and see flood waters. And I thought today would be a good day to show you a little flood water. Thank you, Miss Angela. Thanks for the tip for freezing the Velveeta for making pimento. Yeah, okay. That's a good one. And you can do the American too. Mama makes her pimento cheese with American cheese and Velveeta. A little Velveeta. Just for the creaminess of it. And she puts both of them in the freezer. And we buy the big blocks of 5 pounds of cheese already pre-sliced. So whatever we make is with sliced cheese. So we'll take off how much we're going to use for pimento, put in the freezer, and how much we're going to do for Velveeta and put in the freezer. leave it for 10-15 minutes and then grate it. It's a whole lot better, and it grades easier, and it thaws back out very quickly. So that part, so I can see, but I've never put a block of cheese in there and left it. So I guess maybe what she was talking about was freeze it a few minutes before we grate it. Is that what you were saying? I love home. It's where my heart is. Me too, Lynn. I'm like that too. It's because of winter. I guess so. I hate getting off my farm, but I had a back injury in the last 7 months, and finally get. Oh, Katie, we'll be praying for you. I love and I'm grateful for my home. Me too, Jane. Home is where the heart is, and isn't the kitchen the heart of the home? I'd rather be home than anywhere else. Me too. I'm a homebody. It's good to be safe and warm. Yes. Ready for spring and summer, Chris? Me too. I'm ready. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you. Enjoy it. Very nice. Thank you. Freshly grated also melts better. Yeah. Whoever's writing that, it's in that. I don't know who wrote it. But yeah, it does melt better. But now I've melted the other okay. And it depends on the brand too. Some brands don't have as much of that gritty on them as others. So, it's starch. I've heard it's sawdust. It's potato starch. Love the real show. How are you? Well, thank you, Gina, because you really all get the real deal right here. I love to see Jellicoe, my mom's hometown. Well, thank you, Lois Hines. We'll go through downtown Jellicoe sometime again and show y'all. Mama looks beautiful today, enjoying your Sunday rides. Well, thank you, Mary. I love it at home. When I think about a vacation, I think about a staycation. I think about home, and I number one, even though I don't get to do it as much as I like to, I always think about sitting on that back porch drinking coffee, or sitting on the front porch watching the sun come up, drinking my coffee. That really is my happy place.
You couldn't sit out there last night or this morning. That wind was bad.
That's the truth. Now this little bird right here, she's going. She like Ireland or, Nova Scotia. She going. If she can get off the ground, she flying.
I love to go.
She loves to go. Loves it. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad she has friends she can travel with. I've traveled with her a lot in my lifetime. We've traveled. We've gone all over the place. Mama's made tea while we was waiting. You let us see you making tea.
Oh, I ain't got it on note yet. I don't make it right, so I didn't show it.
She's a hot mess. But she's got a group of friends that she really enjoys traveling with. They're good people. They're Christian. And believe it or not, I trust them with Mama. She's got a real good friend, Rhonda. And pray for Rhonda. Rhonda's going through cancer treatments. But her and the Lord's got this. And she's doing great. And she'll be through with them before too long, Rhonda. I trust Rhonda. And I say, Rhonda, you're about the only person I trust my mama with. And she's taking her to Ireland and places far off. But I'm glad Mama has good friends. Because if not, I'd have to just go on off and travel with her. But it gives her a chance to get out and go. And her friends are important to her. They used to, when they was all well, they got together weekly. Sometimes twice a week. Watch your head, Mama. Sometimes twice. That's doing good, isn't it?
Yeah, it just needs to dry out just a little more.
And they'd get together and play bingo and play Face 10, and they would run around. They'd plan trips. But they've all gotten a little older and a little closer to home, but they're still getting together. And hopefully this summer they can get together a whole lot more. That's one of the garage projects I'm working on, is I want to, which we've got plenty of room here. They could come in the dining room and that'd be no problem. But when we have the garage all cleaned out and fixed up like we like it, we can set the counter out there full of food, and people just seem so at ease and at home out there, and it's just a good environment in there.
Yeah.
And we got the stove, and you can wash you got your sink. I mean, it's just a kitchen out there, but people love it out there. Well, they just love it.
Now, one year I put a big Christmas tree up, decorated it all
A couple of years you had trees.
Yeah.
And then we used to have fall parties, better circumstance parties we called them, and we'd have all kinds of people up there. And in October, most of the time, we could open the garage doors, build a fire outside. You could have indoor, outdoor, back and good times, and we're wanting to do a little bit more of that this summer, aren't we, Mama?
Hopefully we can get it worked up.
Mama's wanting to have all the little kids in the family up and have a big Winnie roast.
We used to do that when you was little all the time.
Have a big Winnie roast and sit around and enjoy a fire and hot dogs. But anyhow, we're well on our way. We're getting there. Today's simple Sunday lunch is quick and easy. That casserole, that's it. And some cornbread dressing we thawed out overnight in the refrigerator and got out this morning. And that's going to be it with some cranberry sauce. It don't have to be too complicated. But what I was talking to you earlier, I hear so many people that are single, or even I hear people that are just a couple and they're like, we don't cook much. There's just two of us. There's just one of us. Yeah, I understand it. But if you can make it simple enough and easy enough, go ahead and fix you something good. You don't have to snack all the time.
Yeah, and don't have to eat out all the time.
You don't have to eat out all the time. I don't like to eat out either.
You used to eat out more.
Used to travel. Used to enjoy that. Now eating out, it's a chore. I like it. I want to like it more, but really and truly, I just soon eat at home. Mama had to, though. Now, Mama that's one thing about eating out. She don't like that too good. Every once in a while, she likes two places to eat, and that's about it. And most of the time, she'll decide, she'll plan on we're going to eat out, and then she'll say, let's just go home. Let's just go home. We're total homebodies. How's it looking, Mama? Bubbling.
I think it's about ready.
Ooh, Mama's on it. She is on it.
What
It looks
do you
delicious. Look here. What do you all think?
Move my tea over.
I'd say that's done. Done and delicious done.
Mm-hmm.
That looks to me like a chicken dandy casserole if I ever seen one. And I can see bubbling around the edges here, which lets me know. Now, first of all, and look at that cornbread dressing in the MicroPro grill. First of all, let me tell you on this here now, it's cooked for about 15 minutes or so, but everything in it was cooked. The chicken was completely done. It had to heat that soup, had to heat that veg oil, and that was it. So we didn't even put onions in it, celery, skipped all that for this dandy casserole. There's a difference. Now, I like to take the time, and I love to cook the onions and the celery and get everything just so for a good chicken casserole sometimes. But sometimes I just want to get it on the table. And as long as I can eat, as long as it's good and I can cook it, that's the reason I wanted to show this one today. You can open up a couple of cans, dump them in there, and a cup of mayonnaise. That's pretty easy, folks. And some pre-cooked chicken. So now let me tell you that too. We cooked our chicken for about 4 hours and all that mess. You could use canned chicken with this. It's better than a bologna sandwich. But once you cook the canned chicken, I'm not the biggest fan of canned chicken and chicken salad or anything. But I have found once I cook that chicken in the can, it tastes a lot better to me. Mama's ready to eat. You ready, Mama?
Yeah.
So this is it, folks. Look here. Here's the cranberry sauce right here ready to roll. So let's dip it up and eat it up, Mama. I'm gonna bring you all upstairs.
Upstairs. Ooh,
Bring you down.
choked him upstairs.
All right, let's. Ew, my hands are drawn. Your hand ever drawn? It's because I'm old. That's what it is. All right, let's try this, Mama. That's got a good crunchy crust. Look at that goodness.
Ooh, quite a bit.
Look at that goodness, Mama. Now that cheese melted.
Uh-oh.
Well, yours is pretty. That's what counts.
I know it. You left part of yours behind.
I'm going to make mine look pretty right now. They won't even know it. Watch them. Y'all look that way. Look how pretty that come out of there. There ain't no fooling you all, is there? I ain't trying to, though. Little bit of cornbread dressing.
Thank you.
Little bit of, ooh-wee. Goodness, right here. This is.
Yeah. That's what I like.
Little bit of whole cranberry sauce. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for this meal. We thank you for preparing it for us, dear Lord. And we thank you that we're able to sit here and partake of it together. We just praise you, Lord, and we just honor you for everything. Dear Lord, be with every prayer request that's here, those spoken and unspoken. Be with this nation. Be with our world. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, folks. Can y'all see? Now, this is real time. You were here when I started it, except for the cornbread dressing, which it was frozen. We made it at Christmas, and you can do that. Tastes pretty good, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't have wanted to have to make it from scratch, that's for sure. Now, Mama, did you try the casserole?
Yeah, that's all I made.
You missed the batter.
No, that cheese is melted over the crackers and got crunchy. It's good.
We don't even miss that fourth of a stick of butter that we. I taste the crackers and they're good, but I don't miss the butter.
The cheese has took the place of the butter, I think.
And it's got a good crunch to it. That's what I like. Well, I guess this chicken dandy casserole will have to be added to our rotation because it's just fine and dandy. It's good for a good Sunday meal, good for a good weeknight meal. That's quick enough. You could have chicken dandy casserole Monday through Friday, any night, right quick. If you don't want to use fresh cooked yellow broccoli like I did, you could use just some frozen broccoli.
I bet that lemon juice helped turn it. It was pretty and green.
It was, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. I don't know. Maybe where I left it in that container and it steamed a little bit yesterday.
I bet that overcooked it more.
When I opened it up, I thought, my broccoli turned yellow. Do y'all know why I done that? I just got a big old bite of it. Tastes like broccoli.
It tasted good.
Mm-hmm.
I just hadn't seen it that yellow.
I guess that lemon juice, and I put just a dash of lemon pepper in it, and that's the only thing it got.
Well, you're bound and determined to turn it yellow.
Oh, and lemon food coloring.
Oh, you didn't do it.
No, it just got a cap of lemon juice and a little bit of lemon pepper a little pepper seasoning. It's quite tasty.
Very good.
All right, folks. Find you something good to eat today and make you some memories. Stay warm, stay dry. I don't know if we get any more rain coming or not, but it's snowing. You can't see the mountains for the snow. It's just a little mist. No accumulation. But it's a falling in it, Mama.
Yeah. It was falling pretty good time we come home.
Linda says she thinks it was a lemon. Probably was, Linda. Didn't change the flavor, but it sure changed the color. I'm having lemon pepper wings. Ooh, I love those, Nick. All right, Mama. Say goodbye. Imagine that. I caught her with her mouth full.
I was hungry. I mean, I did think I was hungry, but it tasted good. I ate good.
All right. Say goodbye, Mama, and we'll let these
Goodbye,
folks.
Mama, and God bless you all. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
We'll let these folks go and get them something good to eat. And make some memories and have a good time. Lord will, we'll see you tomorrow. And who knows, we'll probably cook again. Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.